Hello, welcome back to Sorare Assist. So today guys, I'm going to be sharing more information on Soccerverse, and today we're going to be concentrating on the different roles you can play on Soccerverse, including manager, agent, influencer, trader and scout. I'll also be going through the payouts as well, the payout system on Soccerverse, and how to also maximize your payouts on this platform as well, no matter which role you play within Soccerverse, be it a manager or a scout. Okay then guys, so make sure you stick around, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you do want to check out Soccerverse and get started today, you can sign up using the link in the description below. Okay guys, let's go through the different user roles then that you can play in Soccerverse. So the roles that you can play in Soccerverse guys are manager, agent, influencer, trader and also a scout. And note that you are not restricted to any single role, but can choose to take on multiple roles in any combination. So we'll start first of all guys with the manager role. So as a manager of a club, you have a wide variety of tasks and responsibilities. You are in charge of your team's sporting success in the various competitions. This includes setting tactics, buying and selling players, planning your squad for the long term, and also, of course, agreeing and negotiating player contracts. While influencers certainly love sporting success, they probably love their payouts even more. So another task for managers is to maintain a solid financial foundation for your club, keeping in mind that you are responsible for the investment the influencers have made in your club. With each decision you make, you are putting their money on the line. The agents your players have might have a different idea about the future of their player. They may be unhappy with limited playing time or how the player is utilised. You have to stay in contact with the different agents involved, catch any emerging issues early on and resolve them in the best interests of your club. Soccerverse is a very social game. Make yourself available in the in-game chat in Discord and any other communication medium. A constant and proactive exchange with your club influences is also advised. Although you are in charge, it's about the collective and not the individual. Success is achieved through collaboration. Now let's talk a bit about the player agents then. So player agents look after everything regarding a player's contracts, transfers and morale. It's a similar vein to managers. You are responsible for the investments other users have made in the player. Your task is to always do what is best for your player and make decisions and maximise an influencer's payout. To achieve this, you should take full advantage of all the tools available to you, including contracts, transfers and morale. Communication is key, so make sure you are available to discuss any issues with managers and influencers. You are the middleman between these two roles and will need to provide mediation for them. Now let's talk about the influencer then. So influencers are the owners of clubs or players. They make strategic decisions in a democratic voting process. Influencers appoint and sack agents. The influencer structure within clubs and players is most likely quite diverse, so it might not always be easy to find consent with a lot of different opinions in play. What unites you all is that you want your club to succeed and receive good payouts for their investments. You can also be a trader as well on Soccerverse. A trader is a user who takes advantage of price volatilities in the influence markets. All club and player influence is freely tradable on order books found in the influence markets page. Since all the clubs and players will have different successes in Soccerverse, the influence price of these will experience some volatility. You can use this to earn profits in this game. Bear in mind that you might also lose. For example, if you bought influence in a club early, while it was still in a lower division, and this club subsequently goes on to be promoted to the first division and is generally well run with good payouts for the influencers, the price for the influence will likely go up. You bought at a lower price and now you are able to sell your influence for profit. Another exciting role in Soccerverse is of course the scout. The scout is someone who is looking for young and upcoming players who are set to reach their potential. Scouting is an extremely important and interesting role in Soccerverse for managers, agents, influencers and traders. Managers can sign upcoming players for their club and benefit from their development, while they can still play on a cheaper contract. The player can later be sold on the transfer market at a profit for the club. Users can make themselves agents for these players and benefit from the increased agent wages while the players gets improved ratings over the seasons. Influencers can buy influence in these players and benefit from increased payouts while the player gets better ratings over the seasons. Traders can buy influence in these players and benefit from increased influence prices. When the players' ratings are improved over time, traders can decide to sell their influence to achieve a profit. Also as well, because the game does sort of progress or make players better based on real world football. So say you've got your Mal, and he's going to get better. But a player like that, if you did buy him and he got better in real world football, then his value and rating on Soccerverse is also going to get better. So if you can spot players in the real world that are going to do well, they're likely going to be available on Soccerverse to buy. You can buy them for your club, you could become an agent or a scout for that player. So it's really, really interesting feature of Soccerverse, guys. So let's talk a little bit about the payouts then. So all these payouts that you get from being a club owner, an agent, a manager and that sort of thing. While playing Soccerverse, there are different ways to earn the in-game currency, which is known as SVC, which stands for the Soccerverse coin, of course. So unlocked managers can get a wage for taking care of their club, of course. As you can see here, this is my manager wage here for John Buck Motors. Player agents get a wage for taking care of their players' contracts, transfers and morale. Influencers receive payouts based on the influence they hold in clubs or players. Influencers receive payouts based on the amount of influence they hold on clubs or players. And traders can use the volatility in the influence markets to make SVC with buying, selling influence. Users can take on multiple roles at once as well, of course, remember. So how to maximise your payouts then on Soccerverse? So club influencers, that's the club owners, maximise their payouts if the club is in the high division and ends the season as high up the league as possible. Wins a cup, the manager buys and sells the right players at the right time. The club keeps its players happy on the right contracts and played enough to satisfy agent demands. Player influences maximise their profits, their payouts. If the player is in the starting line regularly, their player scores or assists goals. The team keeps clean sheets and your player played as a goalkeeper or in defender position. The player is at a club that ends in a higher position in the league. Their club wins the cup. Their player rating goes up as the wage on the new contracts will eventually go up too. Managers maximise their profits if they manage a club in the higher division. Managers maximise their payouts if they manage a club in a high division or in countries where the manager wage is higher in general. They do a good job and keep the club's influencers happy by maximising influencers' dividends. They negotiate out-of-game bonuses, payouts with the club's influencers, maybe for certain achievements or in general. Agents maximise their profits if their player's rating goes up as the wage on the new contract will eventually go up too. They do a good job and keep the players' influencers happy by maximising influencers' dividends. By maximising your payouts, you will have more SVC available to buy an additional club and player influences, giving you a stronger position in the game and further increasing your payouts in the future. Just a thing to note about inactivity on the game. So if you do take over a club or a player or anything like that, this is something that you do need to be aware of, guys. As you can see here, we've got an interactive manager on the screen here. And obviously being inactive on the game does have a consequence. So limitations to getting your wage or payouts is one of those. So if you're not actively playing or performing actions frequently, and note that just signing in doesn't count as active. You have to perform an in-game move like setting tactics, voting, buying influence, etc. You won't get any wages for your manager agent role or payouts for the influence you hold. Instead, they are forfeited. The time period for this is 14 days, and the timer starts when the last move was made. Once you have performed a move, you are considered active again and will receive your due payouts. The key, therefore, is to stay active on a 14-day basis so as not to lose out on any SVC you are due. There's another thing as well, you can lose your manager job if you do become inactive. So users who are inactive will display an orange indicator dot after 1 week, which can be interpreted as a warning to you and your fellow users and involves no penalty regarding your manager's job at that stage. After 2 weeks of not performing in any in-game moves, so 14 days, you will receive a red indicator dot and are in danger of potentially losing your manager's job, since it can be taken over by any user for free. Once you've completed a move after having been previously inactive, the indicator will turn green. There may be a short delay of up to 5 minutes for this to show in the game. So yeah, make sure you are active, guys, on the platform at least every 2 weeks, picking a tactics or something like that, doing something substantial, not just logging in, or there is a chance that you could lose any SVC payouts that you are due to earn. As you can see, guys, Soccerverse is a fantastic game with plenty of different roles that you can play, and you do get paid out in the in-game currency of SVC as well, of course, which then can be converted to cash. So if you like this video, guys, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. I will have some more videos coming up on Soccerverse very shortly. And if you did like to get involved with Soccerverse, guys, there is a link in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.